Hello and welcome to a quick video about the Jedi's, aka teaching algorithms and pushing forward STEM using Sphero workshop. My name is ATN and I'm collaborating with my friends Ammar and Tony, and we're just going to do a quick run through of the workshop here. Unfortunately, we won't, be able to see the actual Spheros move, but if you yourself have a Sphero and want to follow along, this will be very quick, very efficient, and super fun. So once you want to first boot up the Sphero EDU application, then click on I'm a school user, then join your class, of which we have a code, which is AXT2GK. I'm going to leave it up there for 2 seconds, and then I'm going to click enter class. Normally here you would enter your full first name and last initial, but since I have already done that before, it saved it in the drop down, so I'm going to click it and click enter. Then on the dashboard, there are many different options here. You're going to want to go to resource, click on taps easy first. This is where we would have the audience explore the easy mode and see that there's only 2 blocks. I've already have a copy of it here so that I don't mess up with the classroom setting. So go ahead and enter. You would want to go to resources and click on the easy mode, and it'll make a copy for you in your own little dashboard. So here in the easy mode, you would see 2 blocks, or at least 4 blocks, but 2 compound blocks here that would move the Sphero in 2 different directions. This is the block code for the easy part of our maze. At this point, we would have the audience figure out how to move through the easy part of our maze, which is here. We would show this to them, part 1 and part 2. 1 actually is forward. We just have a sideways picture of the maze here. 1 should actually be going forward, which is what our 0 degrees is. We would then explain that the Sphero moves in directions according to the degrees of a circle. If you roll at 0 degrees, you're rolling forward universally. If you roll 90 degrees, you roll to the right, 180 backwards, 270 to the left, and that is always static. It's not relative. So if you roll 90 degrees and then roll 0 degrees afterwards, it's not going to turn right and then keep going forward. It's actually going to turn right and then move essentially from where it turned right, turn left. So universal forward. After explaining that, we'd let the audience play around, figure out how to get through. And at that point, people start to get excited seeing the Sphero move around. And of course, we would teach them how to connect to a Sphero, which is clicking the top right button here. The little Sphero image with the phone. It'll connect to a Sphero. I'll connect to my little BB-8. You can't see it, but take my word for it. And from there, you would stick them to on start program and click start, and it would move the Sphero. Let's see if my little BB-8 moves. It did. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it. And this is where we would transition to the hard mode. It is also in resources. We'd have everyone click the taps hard, and from there, move the blocks around and figure out where it goes. I have my own separate version of it here. It's just a copy so that I don't mess with the actual class code for the audience itself. And here we would have a whole bunch of blocks here separated out like this. And this we would tell the audience, hey, all these blocks are the blocks that you would essentially need to get through the hard part of our maze, which is this. From that point on, we would give the audience the freedom to figure out how to get through, make their own algorithm to get through our maze. This is where people start to, get competitive, try to have fun, and they have a full creative liberty. You can change the speeds, change the times. We just suggest not to change the direction, and we suggest to keep the delays, because delays are there so that the Sphero doesn't curve when turning, but stops and turns sharply so that the corners and sharp turns of the maze aren't just, you know, it doesn't smack into the walls and the corners of things. And that's essentially the gist of our workshop, teaching people how to make their own algorithms, figure out their own solutions to a maze problem using a cool little robot. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.